Hello, and welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Rance. Today I'm going to give you the Capper Comparison Picks for UFC 289 in Vancouver, Canada. These are some 3 select fights. I don't have time to do the entire card like I used to, but I do cover every fight of the card on Friday night's live stream, so be sure to tune into that to get all my picks for free for you. But tonight we are going to do a old school Capper comparison pick show with these 3 fights, because these were the ones I was kind of leaning both ways on the fence, could go either way, so I stuck it with Cappers. And let's get right into this. Starting off, I have a prelim fight of Aimann Zahabi taking on Aoriqileng. Aimann Zahabi, you guys know, is the younger brother to famous coach Firas Zahabi from TriStar up in Canada. Right now we got the horrible air condition, or what's it called? The wildfires are making our air quality very poor here and down the East Coast, actually.
Yesterday,
outside it looks all smoky, yellow, and you can actually even smell it. You can actually smell it. But hopefully it doesn't affect the Zahabis, because, well, this is in British Columbia this weekend, this fight, which is the other side of the country, so hopefully it shouldn't affect any of that. But I hope everything's good up in where TriStar, Quebec, I think. Anyway, back to this. Let's start. Aimann Zahabi is a slight favorite now, which is crazy because he opened up as the underdog. Aimann Zahabi, 9-2 record. He started at plus 110. Plus 110. Now he is a minus 115 favorite. Aoriqileng, 24-9. He started at minus 130, a favorite. Money's coming in on Zahabi, causing this to go down to minus 105. Actually, Zahabi has taken over as a favorite, so the odds kind of flipped. Oh, excuse me. So, Aimann Zahabi is coming off a nice win over Ricky Turcios. But, I mean, Ricky Turcios was poor output that fight. He wasn't his regular self, and he was fainting with his voice, like doing making all these, like the male Caitlin Chukagian, if you will. He's like, every time he threw a punch, he was making a sound trying to fool the judges. It doesn't work that way, Ricky. Pretty Ricky Turcios. But anyway, before that, he has a nice win over Draco Rodriguez with an overhand right, round 1. So you know he's got the goods to get it done. Prior to that, though, he was on a little skid. He got beat by Vince Morales. Morales got a unanimous decision over him, and he should have. That was a very good fight from Morales. And prior to that, spinning back fist to elbows in round 3 from Ricardo Ramos. And that was Ricardo Ramos. That was a fantastic win for him. Before that, he has a win over Reginaldo Vieira. I don't think it's any relationship to Rodolfo. And that was a unanimous decision win for Zahabi, and that was in his UFC debut. Okay? He does have a 1-inch height advantage. However, he's given up 1.5 inches reach. As for ages, Zahabi is the older fighter at 35, where his Chinese counterpart is 29 years old. Let's talk about Aoriqileng. Everybody keeps pronouncing his name different ways, but I think I think it's pronounced Aoriqi. That Q is actually a ch sound. Lang. Aoriqileng. Aoriqileng, 24-9, getting close to the double-digit losses there, brother. He's training out of Fight Ready with famous coach Eddie Cha. Got the language thing going on there. Fight Ready's been getting the Mongolian murderer ready for quite a while. He's coming off some good wins. He got a unanimous decision win against Jay Perrin. And before that, he got ground and pound Cameron Eltz round 1. I mean, they're decent wins. They're not the greatest names, but what are you going to do? You get what you served. Before that, he lost to Cody Durden. I think that's where Cody Durden's like, go back to China, or go back to where you came from, or something in his post-fight victory interview. Yeah, something borderline racist there. But before that, he had his UFC debut where he lost to Jeff Molina, unanimous decision. Jeff Molina, even though he sucks, he's still good. It's a little inside joke. But Jeff Molina beat him by unanimous decision. That was his UFC debut. Prior to that, he was in Wu Li Fang Wars, WLF Wars over in China, where he beat a guy named Khizri Abdullayev by TKO in round 2. Aoriqileng does have, I think it's a very good, powerful striking. Comes in, he's pretty technical. He hits his target pretty well. Aimann Zahabi, also technical striker, but the thing is, Andy's got power. Thing is, the volume. I seen Aimann Zahabi just not put it out there. And plus, Aimann Zahabi, he's not active. He's got, Aoriqileng has more fights in a year than Aimann Zahabi has in his entire career. 9-2, 24-9. Yeah. So let's get to see what these cappers have to say, because this one, I am still on the fence, but you'll see, we'll see. We'll talk about that after I throw down capper picks. So we'll start out with the new favorite, Aimann Zahabi. As I mentioned, they opened up, he was the underdog and he was the favorite. Now they're both minus money, but Zahabi is a slight favorite here. We've got taken Aimann Zahabi, the MMA guru. That's right, with the beanie from the UK, and he's taken Zahabi by decision. Okay, jump over on this side. We've got Greedo plays. Greedo is taking Aoriqileng by decision. Okay, flip back over here. We've got Tiger Bomb MMA. Haven't used him in a bit. The guy's name is Johnny. He used to have a partner named Jose, but I don't know Jose. I don't know if he left or what, but I know Johnny's been doing the breakdown shows by himself for Tiger Bomb MMA, and he also is saying a decision for Aimann Zahabi. Flip back to Aoriqileng. We've got Johnny K. Johnny K picks. He's taken Aoriqileng by decision. He is not confident, but that is his pick. A lot of these guys, you know, they always back their picks up with, I'm not confident with this, just in case they're wrong, you know. No, I'm just playing. If they are confident, they'll mention it. But this one, Johnny K is clear. He said he's clearly not confident. Then we got the perfect parlay pursuit. Like to use these guys. I think they're very entertaining. Some of them rub some of the viewers the wrong way, but perfect parlay pursuit. This is not Triple P certified because only one person took Zahabi, and that is Luke. Luke took Aimann Zahabi, while Dan and Luke's brother Alex are both on the side of Aoriqileng. Okay, then we've finally last pick. I know there's already 5 up there, but I can't do a show without my buddy Cody from Blood Money MMA Bets, and he's on the side of Aoriqileng as well. Blood Money. Cody is also saying Aoriqileng. Oh, he didn't say method, or if he did, I didn't catch it. So Blood Money on the side of Aoriqileng. All these links to these cappers will be in the description. Check them out. I don't put guys that don't know what they're talking about on my show, so you can rest secured that they know what they're talking about. Watch the breakdowns if you don't believe me, and they can get right to details of why they're picking these guys. I'm gonna go on the side with the majority of the cappers. I was, like I mentioned, I was on the fence. I don't like the line shift. I think that's for some weird reason. Maybe because this is in Canada and they're going to think the judges are going to be biased toward the Canadians, and Zahabi would be the home team. He would be the Canadian here, but I don't know. I like Aoriqileng. I like the fight. I like he's getting ready to fight ready with Eddie Cha. I like his, what I most like is he's got better volume. He's got more, like, will to fight. Like, he's just, look at how much more active he is, you know? So that's the reason I'm going to go with Aoriqileng. Plus, he's got the capper majority, so when in doubt, go with the cappers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3. Five cap on this show, you know. I do watch a lot of different cappers. I can only fit 5 or 6 on my board, so that's why I limit this to 5 or 6 cappers a week. When I used to cover every fight, I used to cover 5 or 6 new cappers every episode. Yeah, it's a lot of work, a lot of research being done to do that. Oh, and I think Aoriqileng is going to win by decision. Decision. I think it's going to be unanimous decision, too. I think he's going to win every round. I'm not really impressed by Imavov Zahabi. I do like that he's been training with his brother and TriStar Gym. I mean, Firas Zahabi was a coach of GSP, George St. Pierre, so he's been surrounded by phenomenal, like, brought up in the fight game, surrounded by phenomenal fighters. He's got that. But fight ready's no joke either. Eddie Cha and down fight ready, they'll get Aoriqileng prepared for this fight, and he's got the youth. Moving on. Next, I've got, oh, it's fantastic. This is the feature prelim fight between the Russian sniper out of France, Nassourdine Imavov, taking on the action man, Chris Curtis. This is going to be a very interesting fight here, man. That's why I'm doing this show, because I'm on the fence. Nassourdine Imavov, 12-4. He opened up at -142. Now he's -152. These odds are straight off of Bet Online right before I started recording this. Coincidentally, he is coming off a loss to Sean Strickland, who happens to be Chris Curtis's main training partner and best buddy in the UFC world, in the MMA world, as far as I know, anyway. Sean Strickland beat him by unanimous decision. Imavov just, I lost money on that fight too. But anyway, before that, he had a good win over Jaquin Buckley, unanimous decision. Prior to that, he took care of Edmund Shabazian, elbows from the crucifix in round 2. Very good win there, very impressive. Prior to that, he beat Ian Heinisch. A knee, 2 ground and pound, which got some Asian pear. Can I have a slice? Thank you.
Mommy cut it.
Yeah, I know. Ian Heinisch, knee, 2 ground and pound, round 2. And prior to that, Imavov lost to Phil Hawes by majority decision. So, 3-2 in his last 5, not bad. He's training out of the Fight Factory in France with Coach Fernand Lopez, and he's training, his main training partner is Cyril Gahn, and he's got a brother that's in a lesser promotion, but I think his brother is also undefeated fighter, if I'm correct. I think it's like PFL. So I'm not even sure the lesser promotion, but he's got a brother that's a fighter too. They're a happy family over in France. Chris Curtis, the action man. 30-10. Double-digit losses for the action man. Heard he's a big Twitter baby. He can't take a joke. Gets really offended by tweets and Instagram posts, and I don't know. But the action man is coming off a loss to Kevin Gastelum, unanimous decision, and he just didn't have the output in that fight. I don't know what was up with him, and I don't know. He didn't seem like he was invested into that fight. Prior to that, though, he also has a win against Jaquin Buckley. Took care of him TKO round 2. Prior to that, he lost to Jack Hermanson, unanimous decision, which he should have lost. Before that, he beat Rodolfo Vieira, the black belt hunter, by unanimous decision, but Rodolfo Vieira is a muscle-bound, poor cardio fighter that kind of relies too much on his jiu-jitsu skills, and Chris Curtis just outmatched him. Before that, he probably had his best win in his last 5, and that was against Brendan Allen, where he took him out TKO round 2, which impressed the crap out of me. Chris Curtis will have a half-inch reach advantage, oddly enough, even though Nassourdine Imavov, 5-inch height advantage. How are you 5 inches taller while your arms are a half-inch shorter than your body? I don't know. It's weird. Training out of, well, now I think he's out of Strickland MMA with his buddy Sean Strickland, but Tapology has Extreme Couture, and I know Sean Strickland is Extreme Couture, and I know they probably frequent there because it's all in Vegas anyway. Probably, you know, Extreme Couture out in Vegas, but Sean Strickland is the key here because he is the just beat Imavov, and he is the key training partner for Chris Curtis. Let's see what the cappers have to say in this one after I talk about the age. Chris Curtis is the older fighter, 35. Imavov, 27. Just right into his prime. Keep that in mind. Curtis kind of walking, trying to step in out of his prime, like he's on the downhill, you know, 34, 35. That's where you start. You're at the peak, and you're starting to go down the other end. But anyway, being a middleweight fight, you can still win championships in the late 30s, 40s. So, starting with the favorite here in Nassourdine Imavov, we've got Blood Money. Cody is on the side of Imavov. Did he say he did not mention the method, but he is money line taking Imavov. But Cody, in his defense, said it's going to be a close fight. Could go either way. Take Chris Curtis. We've got Johnny from Tiger Bomb. And Johnny says TKO round 3. I like the detail. You can double prop that sucker out. Be big plus money. Speaking of Johnny, Johnny K is also on the side of Chris Curtis. Johnny K and Cody for Blood Money every, I think it is Wednesday nights. Tonight or tomorrow night. Once a week they have a nightly live stream, and they flip flop back and forth on whose channel is going to host it. And it's usually around, I want to say 8 o'clock Eastern time. I don't know if it's Wednesday or Thursday. It's either tonight or Thursday night. So anyway, Johnny K is on the side of Chris Curtis. Jump back over to Nassourdine. We have Triple P Certified Perfect Parlay Pursuit. All of them. Dan, Luke, and Alex, all on the side of Nassourdine Imavov. Then jump back here. We have Greedo. Greedo plays. Greedo says Curtis should win a decision because of his targeted striking. And his he's got some very good takedown defense as well. I'm not saying Imavov is a master wrestler or grappler, but he is his main training partner, Cyril Gahn, who he's pretty well rounded. I like Imavov and Cyril Gahn. I like the whole Fight Factory, and Fernand Lopez is a striking coach too. But they work on wrestling and they work on the grappling over there in Paris. Then finally, to close us out, we have the MMA Guru, and he is on the side of Chris Curtis by decision, making Curtis win the capper majority pick here. I'm still battling internally on who I think is going to win this. So we've got all 3 of the boys from Triple P Certified Perfect Parlay Pursuit and Blood Money. That's 4 people on this side. And 4 people on this side. Johnny, Tiger Bomb, Johnny K, Greedo, and Guru. 4 versus 4. So even though there's more links taking Curtis, there's the personnel, people-wise, it's tied up 4-4. I have to edge. I got to give my edge to Imavov. I know he just got beat by Sean Strickland, but Sean Strickland and Chris Curtis, even though they're training partners, they're different fighters. They have different fighting styles. Chris Curtis starts out slow. He likes to analyze his opponent in the first round, and then he loves to counter strike and figure out the weaknesses and impose them in the second round. However, I think that's going to be detrimental in this, where Sean Strickland will go right at you. He doesn't play. He'll come with the heat. He'll come with aggression right off the bat. Chris Curtis, even his name's Action Man, but he's reserved the first round. Then he'll step into it in the second round. So I'm going to go with Imavov getting probably a decision victory here, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, these guys are saying decision for Curtis. You know, who knows? Maybe Friday night. Oh, Dave is going to this event because he's in British Columbia, Canada. So he bought 2 sets of tickets, trying to sell. He got nosebleeds, then he bought floor seats because he got a good deal on them. Now he's stuck with, I don't think because this is a kind of not the best pay-per-view card, I think he's stuck with 4 tickets. Well, him and his son are going to be in the floor, but he's got nosebleed tickets for sale. If you want to get a hold of him, he's on Instagram, BC Dave. He'll let him go cheap. If you guys want to go to Vancouver, see the UFC 289, get some. They're not nosebleeds either. They're not horrible. They're just not on the floor. He's got some tickets for you. So this weekend's Friday live stream, because Dave's gonna be not around. I'm doing it. Manny from MMA Fight Club. Oh, we have a good time every Friday. Manny said he'll do it with me, and he's fantastic too. We're having a good time. So tune in for that on Friday. Anyway, I'm on the side of Imavov. I think he's gonna get himself to a decision. Both these guys are pretty darn durable, so I don't see. I mean, Imavov has been taken out, but I don't see this ending in a finish. And even the over 2.5 is juiced up a little bit, -180. So even the bookies don't think it's going to be a finish. So finally, moving on, we have the main event. Well, the co-main event, but it should be the main event, because main event, Amanda Nunes and Irene Aldana. That's not me. I understand it's for a belt, it's for gold, it's for a championship, but I don't know. It's just, sorry, Dave, that you got served a pretty bad pay-per-view. Anyway, this is the best fight on the card here. It's low key pretty decent card. I like the Mike Malott, Adam Fugit fight. I like that fight. I like the Nate the Train, Dan Ige fight. I'm looking forward to. I even like Miranda Maverick and who's she gonna lose to? Oh, Jasmine Jasudavicius, huge underdog. That's a tune in Friday. I got a hot take on that sucker. Anyway, let's get to this co-main event between Charles "Dual Bronx" Oliveira taking on Beneil Dariush. Whoo! Benny is the favorite here at -145. He opened up at -138. Line didn't move much, but it did a little bit. Charles Oliveira opened up at +118. He's now at +125, meaning a little bit of money's been trickling in on Benny. That's how line movement works. They try to keep it enough money on each side, making one side or the other more attractive for bettors. So we're going to start with the favorite, as we usually do, Beneil Dariush. These guys are very close in age. Dariush is 34, Oliveira 33. So, Beneil Dariush, the Syrian, born in Iran, moved here when he was 9 to California. A rare breed, because region of the world Assyrians are from is like the Middle Eastern area, like Iran, Iraq, and Syria, all that right there, Middle East, and that is predominantly Muslim. Dariush is a God-fearing Christian fighting for our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That's right, Dariush, proud Christian. I think that has to do with some of the reason why him and his entire family moved from Iran to California. So good on him. Wonderful guy too. You know, Beneil Dariush has he's like got Christian schools for orphans in Haiti. He's got like a Christian school that he funds and did a big charitable thing. Oh yeah, he's a big deal for real. But it's gonna be Saint Dariush. Anyway, Beneil Dariush coming off of at least five. He's got all green in his last five. Coming off a string of wins. Let me read them to you. Most recently, Matus Gamrot beat him by unanimous decision. Before that, Tony Ferguson, Kukui or whatever, the boogeyman, unanimous decision over there. Close one against Diego Ferreira, a split decision, but I don't think it should have been close. I think he should have won unanimous decision, but whatever. I guess Diego Ferreira probably turned some judges' heads. Who knows with the judges now. Nice round one finish of Scott Holtzman by spinning back fist before that, and he took a win over Drakkar Klose with an overhand left in round two. Beneil Dariush, phenomenal. I don't know if you guys know this, when he came to California and he couldn't speak English at all, so he pretty much just hung out with his family, but he fell in love with BJJ, found a school. I don't know if it was King's MMA, I imagine it is. 2007, entered World No-Gi BJJ tournaments at blue, purple, brown belts, wiped them all out. Pan Am Jiu-Jitsu tournaments and World Jiu-Jitsu tournaments. It's on Wikipedia. You can check it out. Fantastic. Now he is a black belt. He earned his black belt in 5 years, that's like that. That's that phenom stuff. Like who's that? Never mind. There's that Hawaiian fighter. Did the same thing. 5 years is phenomenal to earn a black belt in 5 years. You have to be a protege. You have to be something special to get a legit black belt in 5 years. Beneil Dariush, he did just that. But this is not going to be a walk in the park because he's taking on Du Bronx. Charles Oliveira. Oh, this dude. Cream of the crop. I mean, he's coming off a loss to one of the probably a future champ in Islam Makhachev. Makhachev got him in an arm triangle in round two. I remember that was in Abu Dhabi, I do believe, because I remember prior to that, Charles Oliveira was walking a tiger, I think it was even albino tiger or something. I saw like a TikTok or an Instagram post where he's just walking all slick with a tiger and his blonde hair and all that. Anyway, before that, he took care of Justin Gaethje rear naked choke round one. Prior to that, Dustin Poirier rear naked choke round three. Before that, he left hook to ground and pound. 19 seconds of the second round against Michael Chandler. Fantastic win there. And before that, he beat Tony Ferguson unanimous decision. So, like I said, not an easy fight to predict here. Charles Oliveira does, I believe, right now has the most submissions in lightweight active fighters right now, or maybe light history. I don't know. A little brain fart there. He trains out of Shootbox Diego Lima. These fighters are the same height, but Oliveira does have a 2-inch reach advantage over Beneil Dariush. Now, let's see what these cappers have to say. Okay, taking in the favorite, Beneil Dariush. Triple P certified this one. Perfect parlay pursue. All the boys are on the side of Beneil Dariush. Okay? Flip over here. We've got the biased pick from Johnny K. Johnny K's favorite fighter is, you guessed it, Charles Oliveira. He thinks he's gonna get a TKO. Of course he does. Johnny K was on my live stream. We had a T-shirt bet. He won. I forgot who the fight was over, but he won the T-shirt bet, and I bought him a Charles Oliveira T-shirt, which he loves it. He probably wore it. Check out his breakdowns. He's got it on in the video. That was from a T-shirt bet from Range. Me, that's right. And now he said it's his favorite shirt. You're welcome, Johnny. You're welcome, buddy. Jump back over to Beneil Dariush. We've got the MMA Guru also on the side of Dariush. Stick over here with the favorite because we also have Burrito. And he is saying decision for Benny Dariush. Jump over here, Johnny's best bud Cody from Blood Money MMA. This is not spoken either. This is their own. He also thinks Oliveira's, he didn't necessarily say TKO. He said a finish. He said Blood Money MMA bets. Cody said a finish for Charles Oliveira. And finally, to complete this Kappa comparison, we've got Johnny from Tiger Bomb MMA, and he is on the side of Benny Dariush. Tiger Bomb, and he thinks, I like how he gets detailed. He thinks a TKO round 2 is in store for a victory with Beneil Dariush. So, I hate to do it to you, Johnny, but I've been leaning Beneil Dariush. I know, like last fight, Beneil Dariush against Gamrot, he came in as plus money, and nobody was thinking Dariush was going to win that, including me. I bet against him, but boy, did he straighten me out, and he managed to get the victory there. And lesson learned, he looked like a phenomenal, he did a phenomenal job in that fight. I was very impressed. Where I'm going recency bias a little bit. Charles Oliveira coming off that loss. I know it's to Islam Makhachev, but the arm triangle, right? Arm triangle in round 2. I thought I don't know. I don't think Oliveira, like I mentioned, I don't know. Seems like he wasn't really into it. Dariush, he's saving orphan kids and buying them schools and stuff. Oliveira's walking tigers. I mean, don't go off that. I'm just saying. I'm just being an ass. But anyway, I am going to go side here with Beneil Dariush. I'll get into more details Friday regarding this fight. Who knows? Maybe Manny can even convince me to switch sides. It happens. It does happen. But for right now, I'm taking Dariush. And after I get finished with this, how's Dariush gonna win? Oh, this is a 3-round fight too. So let's say decision. I don't think either one of these guys are gonna finish the other. Yeah, I don't know. Johnny K and Cody seem to think Oliveira is gonna finish Dariush, which I mean, it wouldn't surprise me because he has been knocked out and submitted in the past, but so has Oliveira. So I'm just going to stick with a 3-round fight. If it was a 5-round fight, I might switch it. But right now I'm going Dariush by decision. And as soon as I'm done filming, I will parlay all 3 of these. So to recap, thank you. Time check indeed. Where am I at? Oh, going over. Okay, so to recap, I have Aoriqileng taking out Aimann Zahabi. I think he's going to outstrike him, get more volume, win the judges over. Despite being in Canada, they're not going to be able to. If Zahabi wins, it's most likely going to be a robbery, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think Aoriqileng is a better, well-rounded everywhere. Just because his brother's not a famous coach doesn't mean anything. Aoriqileng is going to beat this guy by decision. Then I have the Russian sniper, Nassourdine Imavov. He, too, is going to beat Chris Curtis by points. I just think the Russian sniper is the sniper. Chris Curtis is relying on counter-punching, and I don't think he's going to get that chance. Imavov is going to come in hot and strong and hopefully carry his cardio. I've seen him slack too. I'm still kind of, this is the least, of all three fights, this is the least confident for me here. I'm still kind of on the fence, but I have to go with Curtis at double-digit losses. That's a red flag to me. I'm going to go with Imavov here to get the decision win. Like I mentioned, Chris Curtis, Sean Strickland, they might train together, but they're different fighters, different fighting styles. And finally, I'm taking Beneil Dariush to get it done over Charles Oliveira, Charlie Olives. It will be a very good fight, and I would not be surprised if it went the other way, but I got faith that Dariush is going to get it done for our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So there you have it. Gather the info, place those bets, and cash those tickets. Thanks for watching. Come this Friday, tune into the live stream. It'll be roughly 8, 9 o'clock Eastern time. And good luck on your bets, and I'll see you guys next week.